the brief. It's really a pleasure for me to always be guest on your program.
And it's also an opportunity shared. We also want to thank you for the work that you have been doing in denouncing some of the right violations that are often perpetrated in the Northwest Littoral and, of course, Southwest regions of the country. You are working closely with some international organization in fighting for the rights of the common man in those speaking English-speaking regions of the country.
Thank you. So it's my work, and I'm determined and passionate about it.
Okay, let's now talk about Kumba Ekondotiti route construction over there in the Southwest region, where the Meme and Diam populations are pledged to support the military or engineering corps that took over the construction of the said stretch of route. And this morning, Cameroon ECOS is focusing on that the population have said enough is enough for those who want to disrupt the construction of that stretch of route. And of course, it was a civilian company that was constructing the route. And due to insecurity and perpetrated or continuous attacks on workers of the civilian company, the military engineering corps decided to take over the route. Amadou Tante.
Well, permit me to say the construction of the road is very important. We often say that where the route passes, development follows. But at least I think those who are fighting in this region were supposed to at least permit some of these developmental issues, even though they might be against their own principle. And the fact that apart from that, I equally think that these things is either exposing the life. If maybe the separatist fighters are not accepting that the road for construction should go on, rather than bringing the military, still be exposing the lives of this military, because they are all Cameroonian. When they want to forcefully construct the road now, it will equally expose the lives of these those who are involved in the construction company at risk. At least to the best of my knowledge, I think it's even preferable that the government should concentrate on seeking a lasting solution to the problem, so that after the peace would have returned, I think all of these things will go on perpetually without any wastage of any human life.
But life has to go on, whether they are seeking a lasting solution or whatever stuff. Life has to go on.
That is true. Life should go on, but without exposing the lives of other civilians or other Cameroonians to danger. Because if you say that life has to go on and go about doing some other things, knowing very well that we are endangering or exposing the life of someone to danger, it will be ridiculous. It means that we want to kill our own people.
Okay, and the Guardian Post is also telling us that after Canadian researcher has talked about internationally supervised referendum in the Northwest and Southwest region to end the Anglophone crisis, a U.S. diplomat is also proposing internationally supervised referendum to end the crisis in the Northwest and Southwest regions of the country. Should we be talking about a referendum? You did mention, talked about addressing the root causes of the problem that we are having, and here a U.S. diplomat is proposing what he terms internationally supervised referendum.
Well, I think an international supervised referendum can equally be a good initiative to seek lasting solutions to the problem. But that notwithstanding, as I keep saying, I'm not against any strategy that's geared to a resolution of the crisis, because I think when we are in the quest of peace, we have to dig above any. We have to.
Referendum could be interpreted by some quarters as a disguised way of trying to promote separation of Cameroon, because as it is now, when you talk about referendum, there are questions that will be asked regarding to form of state.
No, but to the best of my knowledge, I think that when something as such come in, what they often do is that they will define the real content of what they are talking about. If they are talking about referendum, they have to give their own real content or their own real definition of the kind of referendum they are referring to. Because it's true that if they've done it,
no, but just at the mention of the word referendum, everybody is already thinking about that giving opportunity for people to vote whether they want to stay with the French part of Cameroon or they want to go away. That's what many people interpret when they talk of referendum. They'll be thinking in that light. Same thing that happened to Cardinal Toumi when he wanted to organize the All Anglophone Conference. He was misrepresented as somebody who wanted to organize a referendum, because as per what people were saying, whatever thing that would have come out from Buya, organized by Cardinal Toumi, will be endorsed by the international community.
Yeah, so I believe that some of the problem we keep facing is that when something as such come in, like most Cameroonians prefer to read the book only from the cover. They don't just read the cover of the book. They don't go deep into the content to find out what exactly is this book talking about. We read only the headlines of a newspaper. I conclude what is written on what is written on the newspaper. That's what is causing most of our problems. When you come across something as such, at least what we need to do is that to go deep into the issue to find out exactly what is this thing talking about. And when we have read through everything and found out exactly what the book is talking about, we can now come out maybe with our criticism, because we know that normally there will always be criticisms on everything we do in life.
So when they talk, according to you, what kind of referendum should we be talking about?
Well, I keep saying that everything should
because
be.
You said
I keep saying that to my own point of view. I keep saying that the kind of referendum I would suggest is the referendum that will decide, the one that will be decided by the people on the table. Because when anything that is done, before people come out and sit on the table, there must have been consultation in the background. So during their consultation and others, they should make sure that they unanimously agree on anything I know that will favor all the parties.
But if they agree on the table, why conduct another referendum?
No, just like consultation process. But when you are coming to consult somebody, you must tell the person what you are consulting, what the content of what you want him to go on and sit on the table to talk is all about, and you debate with the person. The person will give you his own idea, and if he agree with what you are saying, he might not come to the table when the right time comes to come and sit and debate on the maybe on the issues that will be on the table. If not, if the person disagree with you during the consultation process, it obviously means that the person cannot be part of the table to talk about what you are asking him to do.
So the internationally supervised referendum, who will supervise the referendum? We are talking about supervision. Who is supposed to supervise? The UN, or which international organization are we talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that we have to